let's talk about the Gap. No, not the sweatshop profiteering corporation. The initialism. G-A-P. The Gap is something that I came up with recently in order to distill the psychology of YouTube content creation into a few categories. Basically, it's a three-letter mnemonic to identify three aspects of YouTube videos: gimmicks, art, and people. You may notice that they're ordered from most to least profitable, but also, in my opinion, from least to most interesting. G stands for gimmicks. Despite the negative connotations of the word itself, gimmicks are pretty much the bread and butter of YouTube content creators. Like it or not, most YouTubers use one or more gimmicks when creating content. For example, the gimmick Fred uses is the high-pitched voice and adult situations around a very young child. fpsrussia's gimmicks are Russian accents and big guns. The gimmick of Epic Mealtime is loud drunk people yelling about food and women and Jack Daniels and bacon strips and bacon strips and bacon strips. You get the idea. The purpose of the gimmick is to get people interested. It's important for people who are trying to gain a larger audience, but it's also useful for building a repertoire with your existing audience and sort of telling them what you do. A stands for art. Regardless of whether you want to classify a video as art, there is always some artistic element in all videos because it's a visual medium. Concepts and applications of the art category have to do with production values. Whether it be people who use nice equipment to make their videos like Julian Smith or mysteryguitarman, or people who thrive on visual effects like freddie wong. The art element also covers basic things like maybe a talking head on a static background with lots of jump cuts. Hi. The art keeps people visually interested and invested during the video, which is obviously especially important if you're making an art piece, like if you're like Mitchell Davis or something. Because apparently square cropping heavily color corrected slow motion material and setting it to Andrew Bird music is art. Or whatever. But even if you weren't specifically trying to make art, the artistic style of a video is important to the creation process. P stands for people. The one thing that all YouTube videos have in common, regardless of their use of the first two aspects of video creation, is that they're all made by people. In some cases, the people who make the videos and their personalities are the main thing about their videos. A good example of someone like this is Ryan Higa, aka Nigahiga, who could basically make a video about anything and it would still be a Nigahiga video. Not because of any particular gimmick or artistic element, but just because it's him. And people like the Vlogbrothers use their personalities to inspire and teach and entertain. The thing about people is that a person can make the video. Even if the subject is not something I'm particularly interested in, or the artistic element and visuals aren't anything special, the right person can make anything interesting and engaging. I'm neither an atheist nor a liberal, but I enjoy watching TJ, the Amazing Atheist. I don't really care about Pokemon, but I love watching csandreas and nerimon and thewalruswasdave talk about it. I could go on, but you get where I'm going with this. All three of the gap elements are normally present in most YouTube videos, but the emphasis is usually on one or the other and rarely all three. But the thing about the people element is that it can affect everything else in a way that the other two categories can't. The people impact both the success of the gimmick and the effectiveness of the art, but they do a whole lot more than that. I believe that while gimmicks and art are very important, people are what make YouTube great. When all is said and done, I don't want to be remembered on YouTube as that guy that did that one thing and had that viral video, or the guy with the really awesome visual and sound effects. I want to be remembered as me.